Hi everyone and welcome to Variety Varnish. Today we will be talking about the Essie Spring 2021 collection, and this collection I believe is called Get Oasis, and this is a collection of 6 harmonious hues inspired by a tranquil desert spa retreat. It sounds dreamy, and as soon as I heard desert spa oasis or something like that, I jumped in and I bought the whole entire collection. So this 6-piece collection I actually got from walmart.com. I don't know if my Walmart carries it. I have a couple of Walmarts in my area, but I did opt to just order them and have them shipped because they do have really quick shipping. But the last time I checked, I think they are also now available everywhere else. I know Polish Bic has announced that they're going to carry this line. And so, yeah, I'm just so excited to have this full collection because look how beautiful the colors are. I'm actually wearing one of them today. This is the sort of namesake of the collection. This is Get Oasis. And I'm going to talk to you guys about these shades individually later today. We already have a couple of swatch and reviews up on YouTube actually for this collection, so I'm not going to do that. I mean, honestly, anytime I can get away from, doing swatches, I would love to, because my nails are just in so much disarray right now. As you can see, I have a little side nail break over there. It needs all the help it can get nowadays. But what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna do my usual color comparisons. I usually just stick to Essie's, but this time I do have a couple of shades that I'm bringing in on one shade, particularly this shade, that might have some similarities from other brands more than in the Essie line. And I'm gonna tell you my thoughts about it later, but yeah, I'm gonna do these comparisons in a swatch crown like this because, like I said, again, my nails aren't really even. So I don't want to compare and then say, oh, this one has a bad formula when everything that goes in my pinky because of my ridges is a 3-coater essentially, versus my other fingers, which are much less ridgy. So I want to be able to compare them on an even field, and so I'm going to do my comparisons in this swatch crown. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first shade I have for you today is Get Oasis, and this is described as a fresh, airy white pearl with a hint of warmth. And oh my goodness, look at that. Look how decadent that is. This is such a beautiful polish because I am very partial to whites. I love white polish, but also I think this is really fairly unique to Essie. This pearlized finish, I really don't think I've seen before exactly as it is. Now, there are other polishes that come to mind when I see this polish, most particularly KL Polish's Marshmallow Sunset, I think, kind of looks similar. It does have this beautiful, I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. There's a beautiful peachy pink sort of glow to the pearl that is very hard to capture on camera, and I hope that I am able to capture it for you here. But you could also look at my nails. My application is a bit crazy because I used the wrong base coat, but you can see it has that super pink warmth to it. It's actually a really beautiful polish. So I was looking at my Essies and I saw a couple that I might actually be able to compare it with. First, obviously, is Vanity Fairest, which is a very sheer sort of nude that they have, and it also has this very subtle shimmer. I think they're going to be very different, to be honest, because Vanity Fairest obviously is a very sheer polish and this is definitely more opaque, but it kind of does have that same kind of hue where this white kind of comes out more neutral nude than anything else really. And then there is a cashmere matte called Wrap Me Up. And as you can see here, that is also a bit close. It's a little bit leaning mauve, but it's also close enough. And then of course there's Ballet Slippers. Oops. Sorry, there's Ballet slippers, which I'm gonna show next to Get Oasis. Oops, sorry about that. It's very pinky, definitely more like fleshy toned compared to Get Oasis. So I'm gonna swatch these four for you today, and yeah, that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna do Get Oasis right in the middle of this crown. This glitter background is like very sandpaper-like. All right, so as you can see, you can already see that sort of creamy pink undertone to it, to that pearl. It's really very beautiful. The formula to this is not bad. It's still a 3-coater, don't get me wrong, but it is not bad once you get it on the nail. So yeah, that's that. And then I'm gonna do maybe Vanity Fairest on top of it to see how that would look. And you can obviously see my swatch photo of this polish at my Instagram. And so yeah, definitely Vanity Fairest is almost like a sheer, less pearly version of this polish right there. I don't know if it's hard to see, but there you go. And you can see that kind of pop of shimmer right here on the Vanity Fairest. So I would say that's the closest. Get Oasis is kind of like more of an opaque version of Vanity Fairest. So if you're a fan of Vanity Fairest, then I don't think you'd be disappointed with Get Oasis, really. And then I'm gonna do Wrap Me Up on the bottom. And this is the Cashmere Matte line. And I loved these Cashmere matte line. I really did. I think I have a couple of these. And it's also that, again, that same pinky kind of cream, but there's just something special about Get Oasis that is, I mean, I'm gonna do second coats or third coats even of these obviously later, but like they're fairly similar. It looks like Wrap Me Up is the most opaque and it's so much more sort of saturated. And then I'm gonna do Ballet slippers right next to Vanity Fairest because I know these two are always compared anyway. So let me do a one-hand turn on the neck of the caps. And as you can see, all of my Essie favorites, I have replaced the brushes, my classics, and that is Ballet slippers right there. So yeah, it really looks to me like Get Oasis is just like a kind of like a Essie neutral nude on steroids. You can hardly see the difference, obviously. And I like that I left this empty because you can see that this is the empty crown. And you can see the differences if you can. I mean, you can see that Cashmere Matte is already drying matte. But yeah, so I'm gonna actually do second and third coats of these off camera and then I am gonna go back. Okay, so the next shade I have is called Cacti On The Prize, which I think is a very cute name, and this is described as a muted neutral green with yellow undertones. And when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I wonder if this is the same exact thing as the green in last spring's release, which I actually have, and that's actually one of the polishes that I'm gonna compare it with today. And so this is Can Do Attitude from last year, and as you can see, this is definitely so much more yellow undertoned. It's a very beautifully murky green, which I absolutely adore. And I also decided I'm gonna bring Zoya Leif because I know, you know, Zoyas are also very popular, and this was also very similar from last year. And so as you can see, Cacti On The Prize is actually a very, very unique green. I, off the top of my head, couldn't really find anything else that would compare. And so yeah, we're gonna swatch these three today. All right, so we're gonna do Cacti On The Prize first, right in the middle. Oops, oh, my goodness. I'm not used to this background, but anyway. There it is. Oh my gosh. It's like a khaki green sort of situation. Just absolutely stunning. If you can think of another green that might compare to this, let me know in the comments below, because I'm super curious, because I absolutely love this green. And I really can't, off the top of my head, think about what else I have that might be similar. You know what I mean? It's just so beautiful. And then on top of it, I'm gonna do Can Do Attitude. And you'll see this appears to be a little bit more mintier. Look at that. It's very muted still, but it's definitely, I mean, loads of different, like very different. Absolutely different. You can't even compare. And then I'm gonna set that down. Maybe wait 1 second. I'm not gonna set it on my background because I don't want the polish to bleed onto it, but that's there. And I'm gonna do Zoya Leif right on the bottom of it. And this has that same kind of muted quality to it, even more so than Can Do Attitude. Can Do Attitude definitely is so much more mintier. This has kind of the same vibe, but you can definitely see that yellow undertone on Cacti On The Prize, and that is priceless in my opinion. That is just an absolutely stunning green, just stunning. It's almost bordering on prugly, but it's beautiful. I love it so much. And yeah, that is my comparison for Cacti On The Prize. Okay, the next shade is Retreat Yourself, and this is described as a muted rose with refined tone-on-tone pearls. Absolutely stunning, but I immediately had something in mind that would compare, and this is Oh Behave. And if you remember, if you had watched one of my Essie videos from way back, I believe it was last year's fall collection, or no, not last year, not 2020, I think 2019's fall collection. They released a very similar color to Oh Behave that I did not purchase because it was very similar, and that was the collection with Rustworthy in it and Sweater Weather with it. And I did not pick up that shade because I thought it was so similar. I also can, off the top of my head, think of that same year China Glaze had the same collection where there was sort of this type of color, but as you can see, Oh Behave is definitely so much more peachier, and Retreat Yourself is a little bit more on the rosy side. So we're gonna swatch those two. Okay, since I only have 2 polishes, I'm gonna do the top 2 right here. So I'm actually gonna do Retreat Yourself on the bottom. And oh my lord, look at how rich and gorgeous that pearlized rose is. It definitely has a bit of like a fiery orange red undertone to it that is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, wow, I didn't expect it to be that. I actually have a couple of polishes from the Rocky Rose collection that I probably should compare it with, but it's just super peachy in my opinion, or not even peachy, it's rosy, that it doesn't really compare to those super saturated creams. It's definitely a very unique polish. And then I'm gonna do Oh Behave on top of that to see if that even compares. I know I wasn't super impressed with Oh Behave on my skin tone, so let's see. See, I didn't even put my my wide brush in this color because I wasn't really planning on keeping it for long, to be honest, but here we are, and that is Oh Behave. So as you can see, it's much more peachier. Let me know again if there's any other colors that you can think that would compare to Retreat Yourself, and I may kind of do a quick comparison, and I'll post it on my Instagram stories. But yeah, right now that is Retreat Yourself and Oh Behave. The next shade I have for you is Light as Linen, and this is a milky brown nail polish with refined red pearls. Look how pretty that is. I can't really describe these type of sort of metallic mocha shades, but I do have actually 3 that I wanted to compare this with. So the first thing that came into mind was Teacup Half Full, another Essie Spring Collection release. And it's this one right here. So as you can see, very different, but I do think they have a very similar finish. If I'm not mistaken, the shimmer is essentially the same. They just have like a very different base color. And so I don't think I'm actually gonna compare Teacup Half Full because they are just way too different in the bottle. But I have some other polishes that I thought would compare, and this is Lights Lacquer's Rosie, and now we're kind of talking. As you can see, they're very similar, and I don't know how they're going to translate in the nail. There's some sort of olive undertone to Rosie that is very subtle in real life, but I seem to be seeing it so much more obviously on the camera. And then of course there is Zoya Keira, which is also kind of the similar vibe, similar almost like, I don't know, base color to Light as a Feather, or no, Light as Linen. And so yeah, these are the 3 that I'm actually gonna compare today, because like I'm gonna bring back Teacup Half Full, and it just stands out like a sore thumb on these, you know, on these 4. So I'm actually gonna take that one out, and I'm just gonna do these 3. So I'm gonna swatch those. So I'm actually gonna use the same swatch crown, and I am going to do Light as Linen first, right in the middle of the 3 right here. Oh my goodness, very pretty. Very pretty. Definitely a sort of milky brown, just as described by Essie. There you go, that's first coat. Actually, I already put the second coat on these 2, which I'm gonna describe later. All right, well, let me set that down here while I close this. I don't know why there's like a patchy weirdness right there, but anyway. So I'm gonna do Rosie right on top of that swatch of Light as Linen. And let's see how it compares. Ooh, it seems that Rosie is a little bit more cool tone, but we'll see on the second coat. These types of things, these types of metallic shades, I feel like they get deeper as you do second or third coats. And then I'm gonna do Zoya Keira on the bottom. I'm sorry if you can hear like the noise of the bottles banging on my table and scratch, you know, it's just part and parcel of swatches, I guess. And as you can see, I haven't switched out my Keira. I don't know why. I actually don't mind this polish so much, but yeah. And there you go. They're all like streaky at the first coat, so I'm gonna do a second coat of these. I can't really tell just as of yet what the difference is, so I'm definitely gonna do a second and third coat, and I will show you guys later. So this is the second to the last shade, and this is Infinity Cool, and you get the pun. It's infinity pool and it's infinity cool. It's so cute. And this is described as a deep true navy blue cream, essentially. And yeah, so I have 2 other polishes that I wanted to compare this with today. You can see it's a true navy blue cream. So if you're ever stumped at, you know, just getting a true navy blue, that's your bet right there. I wanted to compare it to Anchor Down, which was another spring release. My bottle has slightly separated, but this is definitely a very dusty type of navy. And then I also have No More Film, and No More Film is more of like an inky indigo blue type situation. These are honestly the closest that I have. I thought I have a couple of other odds and ends. I mean, I have so many of these types of blues that I have to like limit myself. But I honestly don't think I have a true navy blue, which is really surprising. Like, I have some other unique versions of blues, but a true navy blue I still don't have in my collection. And so, yeah, again, let me know in the comments if you have some true navy blues that you wanna kind of, you know, suggest to compare it with, because I'm not sure if I have them, or if I do, I can certainly do it in my Instagram stories. And so yeah, I'm gonna swatch these 3 for you today. All right, can we talk about these brushes? These brushes are perfection. I love them so much. They're like not too wide and not too skinny. Love the new Essie brushes. That was a very easy, fully opaque in one coat polish. Beautiful navy blue. Holy macaroni, that is gorgeous. I love me a good deep blue. And that is Infinity Cool. And then I'm gonna do Anchor Down right on top there. And already you probably can see how different they are. This is definitely more, yeah, it's definitely super grayed out, very muted, and also quite the beautiful formula. So that is Anchor Down, and Anchor Down is again another spring release. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, 2014. It was a long time ago. And then the next one I'm going to do is No More Film, and this is really different too. I think maybe I should probably, I mean, if I had like After School Boy Blazer, I would do that, but I really did not pick those up because I had Anchor Down, and that was my preference at that time. But look at that, that's like inky blue, also beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is giving me life. This swatch wheel is giving me life, y'all. And there you have it. This one right here is Infinity Cool. This one is Anchor Down. And this one right here is No More Film. And those are the 3 blue Essies I have for you today. And of course, last but not the least, this is my absolute favorite. Can you guess it? My absolute favorite shade in the collection, and this is called Know The Espadrille, which I think is the cutest name ever. And this is a mustard yellow nail polish with warm undertones. Mustard yellow in a spring collection. I am so excited, I can't even tell you. And so obviously very warm toned mustard yellow polish, you know, and I have a couple that I wanted to compare with. Both are Essies, because Essie has definitely stepped up in the yellow department. And this is Hey There, which was one of their more popular yellow polish. This is obviously very much more mustard than Hey There, even though Hey There has that red undertone. And then of course I'm gonna bring in Check Your Baggage. And actually Check Your Baggage is a little bit closer to The Espadrille. It definitely has a little bit more of that mustard undertone, but it's still brighter than what do you call this? The Espadrille. So I'm going to be swatching these 3 for you today. Okay, so I'm going to do The Espadrille right in the middle of this swatch crown. Let's see. My goodness, I can't pick up the swatch crown today. Oh my gosh. Be still, my yellow loving heart. Just so gorgeous. Oh my god, I'm such a sucker for it. I hope I swatched that right in the camera, but oh my god. Now I wonder if this compares well to Sun, Sea, and Sand in My Pants. Oh my god. Now it's like as soon as I swatch this, is this Sun, Sea, and Sand in My Pants. I'll be right back. I need to grab that polish. Okay, let me interrupt you by showing you Sun, Sea, and Sand in My Pants versus The Espadrille right there. Pretty close. I think this is definitely a little bit more muted. This is much brighter. But I also wanted to give you Never Dullest Moment, which I'm gonna quickly shake right here because I do not plan these things and I feel like I have some eureka moments right in between. But that right there is Never Dullest Moment, which, you know what, just for, you know, S and giggles, I am going to actually swatch these two for you with the, you know, I have space in my swatch wheel, so I'm going to swatch these two for you guys too. So now I'm going to go back to the swatch wheel and I'm going to swatch everything. Sorry about the very disorganized content. Okay, so that's one coat right there of You Know The Espadrille, and I'm going to do Check Your Baggage right on top of it because I feel like it's definitely closer. That right there is Check Your Baggage from the Flying Solo collection. And as you can see, there is so much more yellow to Check Your Baggage, and there's a lot more red to the You Know The Espadrille shade. And then I'm gonna do Hey There right in the bottom of that new shade, the Espadrille shade. I love that Espadrille. I'm not a fan of espadrilles per se because I don't love the dirt like right on the sole, but I do love espadrille as a name for polish. So that is Hey There. Ooh, what is that lint? So I feel like when I switched my, I'm gonna get that. I feel like when I switched my polish brushes, this sort of happened. So I'm gonna, excuse me for 1 second. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna do a second coat of Hey There later. I just took out that lint. And as you can see, Hey There is definitely much more of a brighter, more lemony yellow. And then I'm gonna actually do Sunseed Sand in My Pants right on top of here, just so we can see it against Check Your Baggage and then You Know The Espadrille. So this is OPI Sunsea and Sand in My Pants, and this is very egg yolk. This is not, it's not mustard. I wouldn't call this a mustard really. It's very almost like a marigold egg yolk type of yellow. So as you can see, those are the three. This is You Know The Espadrille, this is Check Your Baggage, and that is OPI Sunsea Sand in My Pants. And then I'm gonna do Never Dullest Moment right on the bottom here. Since we're already doing yellows anyway, my friends, because you know me, this is like, this collection is yellow central. My polish collection is yellow central. So let's do Never Dullest Moment. And Never Dullest Moment is definitely one of my favorite yellows of all time. And that is a true, almost like mustard yellow. That doesn't really, there's, I guess what I can say about this new shade, You Know The Espadrille, is that it has a lot of red in it. Or like a lot of red orange. So that is, those are the 5 right there. This is You Know The Espadrille. This one is Check Your Baggage. This is OPI Sunsea Sand in My Pants. This is Hey There. And this is A Never Dullest Moment by OPI. And as you can see, all of them are very different and they all have a place in my collection. And I'm gonna do a second coat of these and I'm gonna do a recap of everything. Okay, you guys, change of background because I feel like you probably would want to see it against like a more white, neutral background, and I also feel like the colors of these like whites may show better. So you know, you've seen them against the black, now you're probably going to see them against the white, and so I'm going to do a recap like on each swatch crown so that you can see them up close. So this is the first swatch crown right here. I'm just going to do that first, right? And this one right here is Get Oasis, and as you can see against this like creamy white background, you can definitely see that pinker undertone to that pearl. This is Wrap Me Up. This one right here is Vanity Fairest, and I'm sorry about the lint that got in there. Again, I feel like when I changed my brushes, maybe there's some lint that got in there, I don't know. And then this one is Ballet Slippers, and it has that string of cotton. Again, I don't know where that came from, but yeah, those are the 4 colors. I'm gonna show you them. That is Wrap Me Up. That right there is Get Oasis, which is basically what I'm wearing. This one is Vanity Fairest. And this one right here is Ballet slippers. And so yeah, those are the first comparisons. Okay, so the next one I have is the green. And this one right here is Cacti On The Prize. This one is Zoya Leif, and this one is Essie Can-Do Attitude, which was, I think, last year's spring collection, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that is Cacti On The Prize. Oh, such a pretty, pretty green. That one right there is Zoya Leif, and this one is Essie's Can-Do Attitude. So they're very different. If you're a lover of greens, I don't think you'd be disappointed with Cacti On The Prize. And then I have these right here. This is the beautiful and Rosie Retreat Yourself. And this one right here is Oh Behave. And I'm going to show you Oh Behave and why I don't love it. Look at that. It's very kind of blendy to my skin tone. But look at that contrast with Retreat Yourself. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. Beautiful. And then right here, this is, which this wasn't very apparent at the first go, so I'm excited to show you this. This one right here is Light as Linen, which is the new one. This is Light Lacquer Rosie, and as you can see, Light Lacquer Rosie is so much more of like a brown. Like it's a very deeper, much deeper brown than what do you call this, Light as Linen. And then here is Zoya Keira, which as you can see is not as warm as Light as Linen. So I'm going to show you that. Look at that. That's pretty. That's almost like a mannequin hand on me, but it's pretty. I love that. That's Rosie right there. And that is Keira. I don't know. I love Keira. It's a very pretty sort of cool toned mocha brown. So yeah. And then I have the blues. Oh my goodness, look at this. This one right here is Infinity Cool. This is Anchor Down, and this is No More Film. And again, also very different. Look at that true navy. Oh my lord, that is beautiful. I mean, can you think Memorial Day manis? July 4th manis? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Nautical manis. That is Anchor Down right there, which is also really one of my favorite blues in the world. And that is No More Film, which is just like a gorgeous indigo blue. Oh, you can't go wrong with these blues, you guys. Very pretty. And then last but not the least, I have the yellows. And this right here is You Know The Espadrille. It has that sort of, I don't know, caramelly orange kind of vibe to it. This one right here is Check Your Baggage, which is a bit brighter. It has a little bit of a, if I'm not mistaken, like a little bit of a peach tone to it. Very cute. That right there is Hey There. Very much more of a lemon bright yellow. This is A Never Dullest Moment, which actually is a similar tone. These two have the similar tone. It's just that this is a much more caramelly shade, and this is like almost like a true mustard. And then of course this is Sunsea Sand in My Pants, which is really like almost like a marigold egg yolk yellow. So yeah, that's it right there. Again, this is You Know The Espadrille, Hey There, Never a Dullest Moment, Check Your Baggage, and OPI Sunsea Sand in My Pants. So that's it, you guys. These are the comparisons I have for the Essie Spring 2021 collection. I hope it was helpful to you in some way or another. Comment down below if you guys have shades in mind that you wanted me to compare to any of these new Essie Spring 2021 shades. If I have them, I would very much gladly compare them to you or for you on my Instagram stories. And yeah, I'm very excited about this collection. It's definitely, you know, I'm all about the muted tones, and this is just giving me so much life. I love, love, love this collection. And honestly, I know it's sort of the same color family to other, you know, Essie shades and even some other shades from other brands, but there is something very unique about each and every shade in this collection, and so I'm really, really pleased. And so yeah, thanks for being here with me again to chat about anything and everything nail polish, and I hope everybody is staying happy and healthy. I hope the first few weeks of 2021 has treated you well, and I will catch you again in my next video. Bye.